Welcome to Capital OTB's Daily Report, brought to you by CapitalOTBBet.com. If you're not already a member, check out the website for more information on joining CapitalOTBBet.com. All the bells and whistles, the ease of wagering on the mobile platforms, the brick-and-mortar locations all around the capital region of upstate New York, and much, much more. CapitalOTBBet.com. Learn more by visiting CapitalOTB.com. This is the Daily Report for Wednesday, March 31st. I always like to start off with the trivia question, and we'll keep up with kind of the theme we've had over the past couple of weeks with Derby preps, and with this weekend being the Wood Memorial. Let's get the last winner of both the Wood Memorial and the Kentucky Derby. That's today's trivia question. The last winner of both the Wood Memorial in New York and the Kentucky Derby in Kentucky. We'll have the answer at the end of the show. Lock in your answer if you have an idea. If you don't have an idea, we will give a multiple choice option coming up a little bit later on. But for now, let's get to it and get back to some of the stakes action from this past weekend.
They turn into the footsteps of history, and it's Mystic Guide going up to challenge Hypothetical. Then Sleepy Eyes Todd Chua Wizard continues to come on. Then Magnicor, Jesus' team are down the outside, but Mystic Guide races away in the cup. Inside the 200 metres mark, gets away by 3. Chua Wizard, Hypothetical, Salute the Soldier, Magnicor, but it's going to be a Godolphin win, a Godolphin USA win. Mystic Guide charges away and takes the Dubai World Cup. Mystic Guide wins easily.
That, of course, Mystic Guide winning the weekend's Dubai World Cup and doing it fairly easily. About the top of the stretch, he kind of pulled away, and the horses who looked to have the chance to come late, they were just clearly coming too late. So there was never really any reason to sweat coming down the stretch. If you were a fan of Mystic Guide, stamps himself as a solid player in the handicap division this year. I have to admit, I wasn't quite convinced after the 3-year-old season. He had won the Jim Dandy at Saratoga. He'd run second in the Jockey Club Gold Cup behind Happy Saver. And then he was off until the seasonal debut, the Razorback at Oaklawn. And the comeback in the 4-year-old debut, pretty good win down at Oaklawn, but it was, a grade 3 event, the Razorback. Ships over to Dubai and, as I say, wins fairly easily in the Dubai World Cup to kind of stamp himself as a player. So now, as I say, I was a little bit skeptical with the 3-year-old season, but he has clearly now stamped himself in that division for 2021. And after the race, Michael Stidham said, get a little time off on the return to the United States. Potentially looking at the Whitney right here in our backyard up at Saratoga, so we'll look forward to that a little bit later on for Mystic Guide. Also on the weekend, the Florida Derby, Greatest Honor, looking to sweep the Derby preps down at Gulfstream. Here's how it played out.
Soup and Sandwiches come away with the lead. Novarags tries to cling to him second. Known Agenda is being asked to quicken, and he wants to get to the outside. Collaborates, not keeping the hole closed, so here comes Known Agenda. Greatest Honor's on his back after 3 quarters. In 1:12-1, Known Agenda is now on to take over the lead. It's Known Agenda and Irad Ortiz Jr. now moving away from Soup and Sandwiches back to second. Then Greatest Honor and Novarags, 16th to go. It's Pletcher in the Derby again. It's Known Agenda for St. Elias Stable under Irad Ortiz Jr., 2.5 clear. Soup and Sandwich second, third Greatest Honor. Novarags was fourth. There's a picture for fifth involving Collaborate and Southern Passage. The time for the race, 1:49 and 45 100 seconds. Florida Derby winner, Known Agenda.
Known Agenda clearly back on track for Todd Pletcher after kind of the head scratcher early in February in the Sam Davis at Tampa Bay. Went off the favorite that day and ran kind of a... If you really looked at the race, it was an okay fifth in that he was just so far back early, but did make a run to wind up fifth in the field of 12. But again, given that he went off as the favorite, it was a little bit disappointing. Came back in an optional claimer late in February at Gulfstream and won that. And on Saturday wins the Florida Derby. Soup and Sandwich really lightly raced for Mark Casse. That was only the third career start, first stakes start. Soup and Sandwich may have a nice future ahead. Greatest Honor just seemed to be trying to save some ground on the turn and just went backwards a little bit on the turn. Not much, but enough that by the time the running got started and he got his spot to make the stretch run, it was just a little too late. Known Agenda was already off to the races, and Soup and Sandwich had a little head start too. So if you're a Greatest Honor fan, the race didn't flatter him by any means, but I don't know if on one race I would write him off. I think all three of the top finishers were a little bit interesting, and I took a little shot a couple of future pools ago on Nova Rags after that one ran a decent second in the Sam Davis in the first try around 2 turns. I don't know what the game plan is going to be going ahead for Nova Rags, but the 4th in the Florida Derby and only the 5th career start, I don't think was a bad effort from that one as well. But I certainly think the top 3 are worth paying attention to if you're looking at the Derby and making considerations about those. But again, Known Agenda now heads to the Kentucky Derby off a nice Florida Derby win for Todd Pletcher. Some other news. Aqueduct wrapped up their winter meet, and they did it with a 17% increase in handle. Now, that does include a caveat. Don't forget, last year's Aqueduct meet had some days shaved off the end as the pandemic was getting underway. So this year there was actually 6 more cards. So it makes sense that there was an increase. But still, always good news. Aqueduct handle up 17%. And as the meet ended, there was some drama. Eric Cancel enjoys a 6-win day to take the jockey title on the last day by just a couple of wins over Kendrick Carmouche. Cancel 78 wins for the winter meet, Carmouche 76, but it took everything Eric Cancel could muster, 6 wins on the day, to get the jockey title by 2 wins overall for the meet. So congratulations to Eric Cancel on that nice performance. Wednesday afternoon and into the evening at Capital OTB TV. Plenty of nice action to partake. Tampa Bay Downs, Oak Lawn, Parks. Little Saratoga Harness in the afternoon for the sulky fans. Turf Paradise a little later on. Penn National, Charlestown, Yonkers, and Northfield. So plenty of action for the Thoroughbreds and for the sulky side of things on Wednesday afternoon into the evening and night at Capital OTB and via Capital OTB Bet and Capital OTB TV as well. Let me hit you with the promos. And speaking of nighttime thoroughbred racing, on the last day of March, this Wednesday, there's going to be a 2% nighttime thoroughbred bonus. There are some restrictions, but if you're playing Charlestown or Penn National, check out the website for more information on that bonus. This Friday, the Bounty Bet returns, over $1,200 up for grabs, and you play the late pick 5 at Keeneland. Yeah, Keeneland. Their spring meet is about to get underway. That should be exciting, but take your pop at the late pick 5 on Friday via Capital OTB Bet and get your shot at that $1,200 plus in the Bounty Bet kitty. Friday, there's also a track bonus on Keeneland's opening day. The top 25 highest wagering account holders will get a bonus put in their account. Check out the website for more information there. Friday, come on down to the Clubhouse Racebook and have some fun with a 100. Actually, I will have to check the website because it is titled a $100 winner bet contest at the Clubhouse Racebook. So check out the website to make sure. But again, it's only Wednesday. Tomorrow on the Daily Report, I will square it away, whether we're online or at the Clubhouse for that. I'm sure, as I say, if you go to the website, you can find out in the meantime. Saturday, the Syndicate Special will be based at Keeneland. You can check the website to see if there's still spots to get on the Syndicate team. This one definitely says online. It's an online knockout challenge coming up on Saturday, so capitalotb.com for that. Clubhouse Racebook on Saturday has a double promotion with a NYRA Pick 4 and a match bet. And as always, you can check out capitalotb.com for more information regarding all the promotions at Capital OTB. All right, our trivia question. The last winner of the Wood Memorial in the Kentucky Derby. We have the Wood Memorial coming up this weekend at Aqueduct. And in honor of that, want to know the last horse to win both the Wood Memorial and the Kentucky Derby? If you have your answer, lock it in. If you need some help, here are your multiple choice options. Was it Funny Side, Big Brown, Fusaichi Pegasus, or Animal Kingdom? Well, here we go. The answer to your question via the stretch run to the 2000 Kentucky Derby. Here's caller Dave Johnson.
Down the stretch they come in the Derby. Wheel away takes command by a head more than ready on the inside. But here comes Fusaichi Pegasus with huge strides, gobbling up ground and getting the lead. Fusaichi Pegasus with Kinsa Sormo in front. Aptitude up for the place spot. Here's the finish. Fusaichi Pegasus wins it by a length and a half.
That's right, the last horse to win both the Wood Memorial and the Kentucky Derby in year 2000, Fusaichi Pegasus. He was also the first favorite to win the Derby since 1979's winner, Spectacular Bid. So it had been about 20 years since a favorite had won. But coming out of the Wood Memorial, Fusaichi Pegasus favored and won the 2000 Kentucky Derby. All right, that brings us to the end of this Wednesday, March 31st edition of Capital OTB's Daily Report, brought to you by CapitalOTBBet.com. I'm Seth Merrill. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck.